How you doing, guys? It's your guy, Rev, and I'm back with another video. And the reason why I'm making this video is because I just thought to myself about all the problems that were in Dragon Ball Super, and I think I know why Dragon Ball Super sucks so bad. And it's not just, I'm not gonna go with the reasons that everybody goes around, especially NBA and everyone else goes with. This is just my thoughts on why Dragon Ball Super was the way it was. And I have to say, because the amount effort they put in it. Like, they were thinking about so many concepts to hype up everyone, but they didn't execute those things that they were going to say they were going to do. Like, they promised so many stuffs they were going to do, and yet they didn't do it. Like, for an example, like, look at the Tournament of Power. We were supposed to have, like, Hit and Vegeta have their rematch, and yet they didn't do that. Like, it was also stated in an article that they were going to do it, and they didn't do it. Look at the Goku Black arc. Like, they brought back Future Trunks, yet they didn't even have him finish Zamasu off. They had Zeno do it. I mean, like, they execute terribly. They bring back stuff like that and they ruin it. They end it so horribly. It's not even funny. And therefore, I think it's a bad anime. It's at least the worst amount of effort that Toei and Toriyama have ever put in Dragon Ball as a franchise, ever. Because let's be honest, like at the beginning, the animation was one of the terrible stuff. But yes, animation improves. We have technology, computer programmers, high programming technology in these days, so it's easy to improve animation. But if animation is the only thing, no wonder this generation's anime is fucked. Like, animation is cool, but if you don't have a good story, the anime is bad, in my opinion. I think all of you guys who are watching this will agree. And the thing about Dragon Ball Super is, it was just a huge show to promote toys and sell toys, and it worked because many people got on the hype train and loved it. Like, be honest with you, I was even on the hype train at one point. Cause like, if you turn off your brain and you watch a show like this, don't get me wrong, it's really fun to watch, and it's a really good show to you if you turn off your brain. But if you actually have your brain on and actually look at the past works and all the stuff they have done in the past, you will realize this is a shitty show. It is. Matter of fact, Dragon Ball Z, the Buu arc, had more Super Saiyan 3 as Dragon Ball Super has ever had as a whole. That should just tell you as the point as lazy work right there. Like when Goku was like testing his skills against Jiren. I wonder why he would rather use Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, but he wouldn't rather use Super Saiyan 3 as a test. Wonder why. Even though Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken caused him to have a huge damage on his body, and Super Saiyan 3 has never done any of that effect on him. I wonder why. And for the record, that huge excuse that the Xeno and the Grand Priest were gonna destroy everyone if Goku hadn't opened the Tournament of Power, it's just bullshit. Because if that was the case, why would Xeno and the Grand Priest allow 17 to resurrect all the universes that was destroyed? And he would have destroyed them if he made a selfish wish. It doesn't make any sense. is just complete hypocrisy at its peak. It's just an excuse to cover up this shitty show, is what it all is. Hope the next Dragon Ball series won't do this. I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm not gonna jump on the train like NBA and judge it from this before it starts. If it comes out and it's shit, I will tell you guys it's shit. But unless it airs, I'm not gonna judge it. So hope Toei learns from their mistakes in the future. If this next show is shitty, then I will say this. Then Dragon Ball Super is never, Dragon Ball is never gonna get better from this. If the next show, the movie flops, and the next Dragon Ball Super series comes out, it's gonna be shitty. Like the Dragon Ball Heroes, I already know. I'm not gonna take it serious. I'm not gonna take it as a Dragon Ball series because it's a promotion show for a card game. So I'm gonna watch it and enjoy it, but I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna treat it as like Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Kai or Dragon Ball itself. I'm not gonna do that because I already know what the purpose of the show is for. And I think everyone needs to do that too. Everyone needs to recognize what the show is for and see it what it is. Because for a promotion show, I think it would be really great. I really do. I think it's gonna be fun, lots of action, and a great show for a promotion wise. But as like a real Dragon Ball series and stories and that we have grown up with, like Z, it's not gonna be nowhere close. I'm just telling you. As story wise, you guys can't expect stuff from this show. That's just the reality. You guys can't expect these shows to be on the level as Z and Dragon Ball. But it is what it is, I guess. And also for the record, everyone's saying GT is better than Super and yada yada yada, and that my opinion to that is like they're equal in my opinion. That would be rather if you disagree or agree, they're equal to me because both GT had so many plot holes, so many issues in them that you can't say it's better than Super, and you can't say Super is better than GT. Well, if you want to say the animation is better than GT, I could agree with that, but as a story-wise, you cannot. Both are equal in my opinion, and will always be. Unless Super picks up the ropes and start doing what they should do, and is follow what they start, just like what NBA says. They change so many stuff. They ask for so many stuff. They ask for everything to a fight. They do not stick to what they start. And if you have too much of that, if you have some, I understand. Even Z had some of that. Like the Gotenks Super Saiyan 3 in Z, that was a complete ass pull. But it was that one time and we could still watch and enjoy it. But in Super, that happens like almost every episode to a story, and if you have too much of that, and it affects the story because like you could have like Beedale for example come out and be able to fight on power with Super Saiyan Blue. You could actually do that if you ask for it. So like if you keep asking the Aspo will just escalate to even a higher level and it'll just ruin the story. It'll just be like what happened with how Krillin was able to fight on with Super Saiyan Goku with just training less than a month. In Z and shit like that, you would never have that happen, but in Super you have tons of those happening. So that's what I pretty much wanted to say. I'm just saying, unless Toei gets their shit together and start putting more effort in their work, and hiring Toriyama a co-director, or if you guys don't know what that is a director that keeps up with the stories, so in case if like Toriyama tries to do something and in the past he had done it, the co-director can correct his mistakes and pick up, so that way you won't have like Android 17 sacrificing yourself to like Jiren's attack and shit like that. That should have killed him anyways, but I know they just wanted him to be the MVP, so they blocked him off so they could give some shine to Goku and Vegeta. I know what it is. Trust me, I know why it's like that and stuff. But like, there is a way to make a story without ass-blowing it. You just gotta put more effort in it. And I think nowadays animes could actually rival or even be better than the old animes when Toriyama was young. But the people that were creating Super, they never had intentions to make it better than Z. Because there's just tons of evidence to prove that. Like, instead of bringing the Goku Black arc and stuff, they should have used that Goku Black arc filler episodes to build up Kel and Khalifa, so that way they wouldn't have to be ass-pulled, and they could actually have character development, and we could actually love them as characters. If they actually did it, if they actually took all those Goku Black episodes and used them to explain how Keifu and Kel got super strong, like, I would write it like this. I would write them as Saiyans that had prodigies, and I would have like Champa get the notice for the tournament from the Grand Priest, and then I would have him go out and look for them, and he saw them as prodigies, so he took them and he decided to train with them for 3 months, because you know, like, Whis has that hyperbolic time chamber like in his wand or whatever you call it, and I'm pretty sure Vados can do that because she's an angel as well, and have them train in there with Champa and get super strong, and then I would agree and understand how Keifu and Kel are super strong right now. And shit, matter of fact, I could probably say that they deserve to be more powerful than even they are right now. If we had that story and those character development to fill in the gap, if you guys don't know what I mean, then I would be a huge fan of those characters, and I think a lot of people would like them even more. Not just make them cry and get these superpowers and stuff like that. Actually show them training with like 3 months, because like the Goku Black arc, I don't think it was it wasn't that long in time, but we could have used that time to have Keifu and Kel training and shit like that. To me, the Goku Black arc is irrelevant. Like the future Trunks, like, I rather them not bringing him back and with the shit they did to him. There was no reason for him to return. It was just for the fans, the fanboys, to get what they want, and them to gather more people to watch this show and sell more toys. And that's what I think the people need to realize. Like I think even like NBA, how he was ranting about the show all the time, I think Like, he fails to realize what the purpose of that show was created for in the beginning. Because, like, if I knew, if I know it's a toy promotion, a show for selling toys and shit like that, I'm not gonna bash it every time because I know it's the explicit reason for its existence. If you understand the reason why it exists, you will start to realize and not bash it, because like NBA was just like, he was comparing it to like Z and shit like that and pointing out its flaws. Of course it's gonna have flaws because they're not putting any effort in it, and it wasn't meant to have that. It was just meant to promote and sell toys. And I think that's pretty much what I have to say about this whole thing. So I hope you guys like and subscribe and give your opinions in the comments about how you felt about this video, or how you feel about Dragon Ball Super. Me personally, if you're gonna compare it to Z, of course it sucks. Of course it's shit. But if you're gonna just see it as a toy promotion show, then it's good because it's a great way to build up the market. And if you turn off your brain and watch it, it's pretty fun. But like, yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say. Peace.